Welcome everybody to another edition of the Liquor Talk podcast. Welcome everybody that's watching this on YouTube, or if you listen to this on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts at. I'm your boss man, Victor, and thank y'all for joining us for another edition to close out the month of October. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of episodes. It's my Oktoberfest. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. Joining me today, she is the host of the Never Too Much podcast, holding it down out of New Jersey. It's Miss Queenie. How you doing today?
Hey, let me just say my signature phrase. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's me, Queenie, and I'm never too much.
Thank you for coming on Liquor Talk. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate you for coming on short notice. You know what I'm saying? How you been doing?
I have been well considering what's going on. So everybody's good, everybody's great. I'm good, I'm great, and that is amazing.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So tell me about the Never Too Much podcast.
So the Never Too Much podcast is, let me just be cliche and just say what our motto is the place where we talk about love, life, relationships, and all things in between. And it's the place where being yourself is never too much. So what that means is that we will talk about anything and everything. We make sure that we touch on all topics. We make sure that we reach as many people as possible. Obviously we do have a target audience, like our people, us people, right?
Agreed.
But but like if anybody else is touched by it, we down for it too, you know?
Yeah, that's what's up. Trust me, I've learned that in the podcasting game. It's like you have a target audience, but then you learn that other audiences, they be listening as well. I'm like,
Yes.
they be showing
You're
love
welcome.
too. I say I show love right back to them. So tell me about this little break you've been on. Why the long hiatus?
Okay, so the hiatus originally started because I had a partner and she had a baby, and we originally had the hiatus because she had needed her mommy time, and then the whole pandemic happened and we tried to do virtual, but it just didn't feel the same. I didn't feel like we were giving the audience the same type of vibe that I wanted. So I just was like, you know what, this is the perfect time to do a rebranding. This is the perfect time to reinvent myself, yourself, our show, and come back bigger and better. Because I don't know if anybody notices, but I am audio and video, but as a unit, we are only audio. Because I'm okay with being on the screen, but my partner is a little bit hesitant about being on the screen.
I used to be that way until I discovered Zoom and started playing around with it. I was like, wow, this is so much better. You know what I'm saying? So, and also I have a YouTube channel as well, which is why I needed to go ahead and just go video. So I can feel you on that. So you've been in the podcasting game for a little minute, I've seen.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like we was on podcasting when it first popped, but we didn't move fast enough with how fast it was moving, and we kind of got left behind. And not in a bad way. Maybe we just weren't ready, wasn't our time, or maybe just the dynamic. I'm more jump out, let's go, where my partner was a planner, and I kind of need that balance. But I think that I kind of gave in a little bit too much to the balance, and I didn't push us enough. So I think we kind of got left behind because of that. Because it's been about 3 years, it's about to be 4 years, I believe. I think it was 2000. Wait, hold on. I think we started 2017. That's 5 years. Not even 18. I don't know. It's been a long time.
Wow.
Sorry, my dog is excited in the background. I don't know if you can hear that.
Well, it's nice to talk to somebody other than myself that's been in the podcasting game for a little minute. But trust me, it's like if I would have knew about podcasting when it first started, I would have been started. But I was like, I said I had that hesitation factor and not that go jump out and go. So I totally feel you on that. So when are you guys looking to restart the podcast?
Actually, just to be completely honest, I intend on start podcasting again, but as myself, just me. I do know that the original co-host, we are still doing things together, but she has actually started doing nails, and that is really taking off. So I don't want to have to take away from that, but I just feel like I have to keep pushing my brand, Queenie Too Much, and I guess the Too Much brand. So I will actually be expanding to a lot of new things. coming up. My website's coming together, and people don't really know about me, but like I'm into like energy healing and spirituality as far as like Reiki and crystals and stuff. So I used to do that, like pop-up shops and stuff like that, but I'm starting a website to start selling like my crystals and my Palo Santos and my sage and stuff like that. 'Cause I was doing that before and everybody keep asking about it. So I'm gonna pick that back up again, and I'll be I just created my own scents for incense. So I have like 8 new scents coming out. So I'll be I guess starting it up. So it's Quinny Too Much Scents.
Wow. Are you gonna ship to Florida?
Hey, absolutely.
Well, you got a customer. If you ship to Florida, you got a customer.
Oh, thanks. That's dope. That's dope.
Always got support. Always got to support our Black-owned businesses. So, what made you decide to go on this route as well as doing your podcast?
Well, originally I had went through a dark moment in my life, maybe around 2017. And I just was like, I was working at a job that was like taking up all of my space, all of my energy, all of me. And I had to find a way to like, where is Quinta? Where is Quinny? And I just had to like, I just walked in one day and I just walked in the office. And I said, y'all know what? I quit. This is my last day. And then from there, I had to just find myself again. And I went through like a little, I guess, a detox or a cleansing. And in that, I found myself and I found spirituality as far as like the crystals and the Reiki and the meditation, like more like a yoga sensei, so to speak. So that's what I started to do. And then from there, I realized that, oh shoot, I might be a healer. So then I started to learn more about that. And that's when I was like, you know what, I need to just learn more about these crystals, learn more about all these things. So that's what made me think about the incense and the crystals and all that stuff.
Wow. That's interesting because I've met a lot of creatives that are getting into that thing that talk about the crystals and the healing and the readings and all that. So I've been talking to a lot of people like that. I find it interesting. It's like everybody has a very interesting, different perspective on it. You know what I'm
How
saying?
they got there.
Yeah, and also, so what kind of healing methods do you think we need as as a whole for 2021? Because let's just be honest, 2020 has just not been it.
Well, to be completely honest with you, I think that 2020 was the start because we all had the chance to be by ourselves or with people that we cared about to be able to sit still and actually be with them. Like it's a lot of times that you be in relationships or even situations that you never really sat down to figure out like what is going on here. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it could be a good thing that comes out of it. Sometimes it's, I guess, bad things, so to speak. But at the end of the day, like nothing is really bad because the choices you make are your choices, right? So from those choices, you get consequences and results. They're either going to be the ones that you have to make additional choices and get different results, or ones that you like, okay, I should have been did that. So I feel like this was the perfect time to sit and self-reflect. If you didn't do anything during this time, you should have sat and self-reflect. If you walk out of this, you better know yourself a little bit more, or you did nothing. This also was a time for people to educate themselves. Like, do you know how many courses and things I took? Like, I'm a real estate agent now. Like, I just like it was online. Why not do it? Like, it just was like so many things that we could have been doing. Or I'm also a licensed gun carrier now. Like, I did a lot of things. I was like, you know what? I got the time. Let me do it. I'm in the house.
Wow, you know what? I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? That is what's up. I wish I had that same ambition because all I did was just did I did hella podcasts. I was just pushing out podcasts.
But that was what your calling was. Don't say I just, because I just didn't do it and I got a podcast. I just didn't do it.
True.
My mindset was somewhere else. Like you were needed. People needed to hear you. People needed to be engaged and be around you. Like, to be honest, like I said, you're the first podcast I did since I've been on my hiatus. And this, you asking me to come on was like, you know what? I think I gotta get back on. So had you not hit me up or had we not talked, I would never even feel how I feel about, you know what? I need to get back on my YouTube. I need to get back on podcasting. So you were needed. That was what the calling was.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate you taking the opportunity and seizing the moment because you know how it is. You have people that are like, hey, I want to come on, but then they don't ever want to schedule you, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what
Yeah, I know how that be.
yes, it's crazy. So what's one thing about podcasting you wish you would have known before you got started?
I don't feel like I knew enough about equipment. I feel like I learned trial and error as I was moving on. And even like now, like today, like my whole mic situation, I just figured this out 2 days ago. Like, just to be honest. So like I used to just use like the Bluetooth USB, and I was like, nah, I need to like upgrade my life. So I was let me get this microphone or whatever. It's a whole process to set this up to some phantom sounds or whatever it was. What the heck is that? Like, so I need to get I wish I had more technical knowledge. Like, I feel like that's the hardest part. I know how to turn a computer, I know how to plug in a USB, but when you need to like connect stuff and make stuff do what you want, that's a lot.
Yes, it is a lot. Trust me, I agree with that. It's definitely a lot. And then you have other podcasts telling you about this equipment and stuff. I'm like,
How do you know that?
yeah, how you know all that? And I'm like, where you getting money for all this equipment? I'm like,
That too.
anybody paying me to do this right now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just, I'm getting to that point of people where somebody gonna pay me to do this, but I'm not there yet. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, somebody that wanna front me the money for this, because I looked at some of them equipment prices. I'm like, oh my.
You not on Anchor?
Yeah, I'm on Anchor.
Okay, Anchor pay you.
Yeah, Anchor does pay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm on Anchor. You know what I'm saying? That's what. But that's how I was doing podcasts with people in other states before I got my laptop. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was the king of Anchor. Anchor was seeing me daily. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was podcasting with people all across the country. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So all my podcasters out there, go ahead and get Anchor, because you know what I'm saying? That's how you're gonna connect with different people. I said myself, I couldn't imagine doing a podcast with somebody out in California, but hey, it happened.
Yes, it does. It really does.
Yes. So are you looking forward to 2021 and just taking this journey?
Absolutely yes, but I feel like just my advice to the people, right? Um, don't just throw 2020 away just so quickly. Like, we still have a nice little maybe like 2 months left or whatever in 2020. If there's anything that you can do within those 2 months, do it. And don't just throw it away, because 2 months is a long time. It's a short time, but it's a long enough time to either start something or finish something. It could be something that you did and you just gave up because maybe you went into a dark place because we were in the house all this time. It's a lot of people who are like more outgoing and they didn't get to go out, so they kind of like got into this like little sunken place. Don't stay there. This is a test. Don't fail.
Yes, you know, I'm glad you said that, because you hit on what I've come up with a theme for the next remaining 2 months. I'm gonna call it comeback season for Liquor Talk.
Okay. Yes.
Because the last 2 months is the fourth quarter, and I've seen how teams get beat down in the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, they come back and they start winning. You know,
Right. Exactly.
It's got to be comeback season. And as I was driving back from Jacksonville, I just went out of town. I said to myself, I need to call this comeback season, because I need to come back and stop getting down about L's and just go ahead and work on coming back and manifest some things. Because what I've learned is the longer you stay in it, the more bad things are going to happen. So you gotta call it comeback season.
Lessons and blessings. That's it. Ain't no L's, ain't no losses. If you're gonna have an L, it's a lesson.
Yes, it's gonna be a lesson, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's, you know, you shouldn't not to leave a job at the right time, or if it's in relationships, don't a person gonna show you whether or not they worth your time or not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
That is so true.
yes, that is so true. So what was your favorite episode of your podcast so far?
Say it again.
What was your favorite episode of the podcast of your podcast?
Oh wow. We have like wow. Okay, let me think. Okay, so I have two, and they're like not even close to each other, right? So my first one that I like is the sexcapades, right? And that was when like you just talked about different encounters or different things that you might want to do or you have done. And we played Never Have I Ever, and it was me with a couple of guests. And it was just fun, like seeing like, oh wow, okay, girl, that's how you is, that's how you come in. It was kind of like that kind of way. Like it was fun learning about like the different things that we all be thinking about. Then the one of my other favorite ones was when we did a mental health check-in. Don't cry, dog. When we did a mental health check-in, and I thought that it was important because I realized it was a lot of people committing suicide and a lot of things was going on. And it was like right before we went into like that lockdown mode. So it was weird that all of a sudden everybody was like not okay. So we did a mental health check-in, and I taught, well, I didn't teach it, but I went over like ways to deal with anxiety, ways to deal with stress, ways to deal with depression. And like, just to be completely honest, like those are all things that I've dealt with before. Like I suffer from anxiety. I used to have panic attacks on a regular basis, and I just figured out how to live with it. It is anxiety is it's a crazy thing. Like it's hard to control, but you have to just like grab yourself back and get yourself together. Um, I've been depressed before, but I didn't know I was depressed till after I was not depressed anymore. So it was a little bit different. Um, but like I just feel like that was an important thing. I think that people don't realize that like we all have these struggles, but as Black people or African Americans, I think that we don't talk enough about it. And it's because we think that we're supposed to just carry that load on our back and not tell anybody. Like we're so afraid to speak about it because we're supposed to be so strong.
Yes, I agree
I
with
don't
that.
know why we're afraid to communicate those things. Like, yeah, today's just not my day, or like, dang, I've been feeling this way for a week. Like, I don't get why we say that. And a lot of times, I encountered situations where somebody would say it like, "Man, I'm feeling depressed." I said, "Oh, that's my people stuff." Like, what does that mean? That's people stuff. We all have the same brains and we're wired like a human. Why is that white people stuff? That does not make sense to me. Like
It
we're all people.
it doesn't make sense to me because it's like the way we've been brought up. It's like we want to undo some things that were we learned from our parents. It's like our parents, they just always
Yes.
they never really talked about it. Well, what I've learned is we have to be a generation that if you're not okay, then just say something. I've
Yes.
learned that I gotta say shout out to Black Twitter because sometimes I could tweet something I'm not okay, and I could have 5 or 6 people in my DMs like, "Hey, are you
You're right.
okay?
You're
Are
right.
you okay?"
Yes.
And it's like I'm just like, you know what? Shout out to y'all. Even my close friend story on Instagram, like I could post something about being upset about something. I'll guarantee I have some replies, be like, "Hey, you okay?" So that's
Yeah.
the thing that got me through being depressed and feeling anxious and stuff, and because I
Yeah.
deal with it as well. Because believe it or not, us men deal with it too. Even though some
Oh,
women
I know.
don't like to hear when we vent and stuff, but it's nice to know there are a few that do.
Yeah. I would going back to your Twitter comment, some of like I guess the people I feel like who low key know me the most are people who know me from Twitter, know me from social media platforms, and I think that that's dope that we can actually like reach out and connect with people that like we literally don't know, but they know us.
Yeah, and it's also going back to this too. It's also like that for support with the podcast as well. It's like you have people from social media like comment, "Hey, you're doing great on your podcast." That'll be the first thing they tell me, like you're doing good on your podcast. Just hang in there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I'm getting all this support from all these different states, but my local people, I don't even hear from.
Yeah, it's different. Well, one time I felt like I was famous because I was in the local Target and a girl came up to me and she was like, "Oh, you're Quinny. You're Quinny from Quinny's." I said, "How you know that? Oh my God, girl." I was hyped. I was famous for like 20 minutes. So they know. They just not saying nothing. Trust me. They know.
Yeah, now I'm starting to realize that too, because I ain't gonna lie, I low key kind of felt a little famous too. You know what I'm saying? When
Should
I
have been.
walked into work one time and my supervisor was like, "Hey, I checked out that liquor talk. It's awesome. You're amazing." I'm like, "Oh shit."
You listening?
I didn't. It was somebody I would not expect to be listening that was listening, and he was like, "Yeah, I found it because so and so guess this beer." so and so, you have so and so as a friend on Facebook, and I went to his Facebook page and I found you,
Yeah.
and it showed the links to your podcast, and I checked it out. I'm like, oh, damn
That's
Facebook.
what's up.
I was like, that's what's up, but I'm like, damn it, Facebook. How you? It's like,
You said it was your boss.
yeah, that was like my boss at the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not at that place no more, but he was a
Oh.
cool dude. Though. I was like, okay, it ain't so bad. He was pretty cool about it, but I was just like,
But what, like, unless you're talking about the job, like, what could you possibly do or say?
I mean, something. I don't rip the job on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just was. I'll just say that this. I generally talk about things related to Black culture. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't expecting someone of another race to check it out.
Okay.
You
Like
know,
what? Okay. Yeah. Like what I was
I
saying
think this
before.
was like the guys only round that week. So I think, yeah, we were talking about guys, and I think it was one of our guys on the rounds. We were talking about guys in relationships,
Oh.
something like that. So I thought it was funny, but like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. If you don't know, now you know. The more liquor you drink, the better this podcast is gonna sound, ladies.
Are you drinking?
No, I'm tonight. I'm on ginger ale.
Oh, I'm about to say because I didn't make a drink.
I don't see. The thing is with me, I kind of cut down the drinking because it's like we're not in person now. If we were doing this like in person, face to face, and now Zoom, oh, we'd have a bottle of whatever you like. So,
Oh, okay.
what do you like?
Oh, I am a Henny girl at heart. However, trying to be more healthy, I've been partaking in Tito's.
Those.
It's gluten free. And I love red wine. Like I'm a red wine connoisseur.
You know, I'm gonna eventually give red wine another chance. I told myself I ain't drinking red wine again after heartbreak, and the only thing I could think of is this damn girl. Eventually, I'm gonna give red wine another chance. Eventually.
Oh, this dog is chewing. Can you hear that?
Dog, calm down.
Yes, he's chewing on his bone so hard. Like, why are you chewing on the bone like that? Sorry.
Dog tearing up the bone, but
I
like,
know. But was it sweet wine or was it like?
I think it was Cabernet Sauvignon.
Oh, Cabernet. Okay.
Yeah, Cabernet, and then we also had a red blend as well.
Okay.
So I'm not much of a wine connoisseur. I mean, I wish I was, because I saw the movie where the man was learning to be a sommelier, and I looked up how much sommeliers make. I said, God damn, you
Oh
making
yeah, that's different. I'm not. Let me just use that word lightly. Then I ain't that good. I just know the wines I like, and I normally like go to like the wine tastings and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've
So,
never.
like I belong to a club, and you get your regular shipments, and then you get invited to like the local wineries, or you get invited to like it's like a shop right, not shop right, Total Wine. I don't know if y'all had that in.
Yeah, we got Total Wine.
Okay, so Total Wine, they do up here, they do tastings and stuff like that. So I get invited to those types of things and stuff like that.
Yeah, and sometimes I'll walk into Total Wine at the right time, and they'll be handing out samples and stuff. Shout out to Total Wine, you know what I'm saying? And I've tried the samples of the vodka and stuff. I ain't never tried no wine samples, you know.
Well, fun fact, you can get in at Total Wine. You can ask them anytime to open up and let you taste.
What?
You don't have to wait till they're doing tastings. You can ask them to taste anything.
Goodness.
Yes.
I never knew that.
Yes, you can. Well, at least the one up here you can. You can pick up a wine and you say, "Oh, I'm interested in purchasing this. Can I taste it?" They'll open it for you.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we learned things about Total Wine on Liquor Talk. Total Wine, if y'all listen to this, y'all better give me some kind of discount or something, or give me show brother some love. We talking about y'all store on the podcast, you know.
I mean, but I am a member, so I do get discounts, but you got to spend money to get the discount, so that don't count.
That is true, you know what I'm saying? Should I be spending money though? Shit. Yeah, that's why I got that one bottle of Cabernet from, you know what I'm saying, when I was chilling with somebody. But like I said, I'll deal with that. That's a lesson I learned, you know what I'm saying? So I will deal with that. But eventually I will give red wine another chance. That's
Yes, as you should. It's so good. Let me see what I got right now. Um, I think they seem like a cheap one though this time.
they be saying you cheap red wines.
Sometimes because it be new.
Mm.
And the person whoever is manufacturing it, they ask to be featured.
Oh wow.
So if it has a screw top, it's cheap. But sometimes they be good. Um
That's another tip, y'all. If you have a screw top, it's a cheap one. So go ahead and get you a cork, you know what I'm saying? The
yeah,
ones with the cork be
do
tasting
that.
all that.
Yes. And what was I gonna say? But that's because I've so many come out so often. I'm trying to figure out how to get into the wine business.
Wow.
But
See, I need to figure out how to get my hands on these black owned wines because I be seeing a lot of these black owned wineries, but I'm like, I
yeah.
can see the bottle when I'm in Total Wine.
Oh, you know what? Because they have to get their distribution to that location.
Mm.
Sometimes they don't have enough money, so they distribute from their winery. And the thing is, if it's not in the store, we don't know about it. You only know about word of mouth.
Yeah, because I be seeing them on social media and I'll be like, I'll be one to support, but I'm like,
Yeah, you have to click on their link or DM them and ask them. They can sell it.
and they'll probably ship it to me.
Yeah.
Wow. We learning some stuff about wine, y'all. We learned some stuff about wine on Liquor Talk, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I'm like you. Normally, I'm a Hennessy drinker. I'm a dark liquor drinker, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'd be on that brown and it'd be going down. So,
Okay.
what are your feelings towards politics right about now? Because you know the election, the time to vote, and it's like you can't get away from it because it's like every day they're marking the hell out of it on TV, social
Yeah.
media, wherever you look. It's posting ads, vote, telling you to vote. What are your thoughts on it? Because this is crazy.
So just to be completely honest, I am a voter. However, my significant other is not. So in this house, we do not talk politics because he is just not. And I be trying to get him to vote. I'll be like, I'm gonna vote for you, but yeah. So we don't really talk politics in here. However, um, this is a difference. This is crazy. I feel um, like I don't feel like we have a a real choice. To be honest with you, um, I feel like I wish there was an independent person who was really moving. Like we don't have an independent person who was like really on their junk. Like all we had to choose from is the Democrat and the Republican. I know that those are like I guess the most popular parties, but I don't think people realize that there's other people that are like on the ballot. They just not making enough noise. So
Yeah,
for me, obviously I don't want to do another. I can't even say the guy's name. I don't want to do another one of those, right?
agree.
Um, so obviously I'm not gonna vote him in. But I I just don't know what we getting into voting the Democratic way as well either. I feel like we're gonna have a lot of surprises and things that we thought are is not going to happen, or the things that we knew happened before will happen. You know,
Yeah.
I
I
I guess speaking in code because I ain't trying to get caught up.
I feel you. I feel you. It's
Like
like
Biden has a history and Trump is making history, if that makes sense.
hmm it's like both of them has history, and it's like, why can't we get somebody in their why I looked at their ages about how old they are. I'm like, why can't we get somebody young in office? Like somebody in their
Yeah.
mid 30s to 40s, like to in their 30s and 50s. Why they gotta be up there in age? I'm like
Right. Well, is it the so to be the president, you gotta be 35 or 45? Which one?
35.
35, right? You gotta be 35. Honestly, I don't think at 35 you still meet the qualifications besides the age.
Yeah, but I would rather somebody not even 30, I'll say between 40 and 60 because I'm like, both of them are like over 70. I'm like,
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, you were speaking about them specifically, not in general. Okay, yeah, I feel you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I was speaking like on them because they both well over 70. I'm like,
yeah,
what direction do y'all know of for the country? You know,
yeah. No, I agree. Cause right, their mindsets is still back there.
it is. So what do you think?
Even if Biden has realized things that he did was like, oh dang, I don't know where I was at. I did that because that was the majority. To me, that makes you a follower, not a leader. So how you gonna lead us? Like, did you vote that way because you felt like that's what everybody else is doing? Like, that's crazy to me.
Yes, it's very, very crazy. What do you think about all of these black celebrities now who are all out here like trying to get people to vote and stuff?
I feel like they always did it. I just feel like they didn't have the knowledge and the platform, so to speak. Because I feel like it was the same way when Obama ran. But I feel like that's the first time I noticed it.
Yeah, I feel like I noticed it too when Obama was running because it was like everybody was like, "We got a black man running," you know.
Right.
And
It
speaking
was
of a
like a
black
vote
man,
or die and all that stuff.
yes, vote. And speaking of a black man, why the hell is Kanye West making a late push to try to get his name on there?
I don't know, but he's on some of the ballots. I've seen it unless it was a fake one, because I did only see it on Instagram. Right.
No,
But
I saw it too. I saw his name on there. I'm like,
is it really there? I don't
yeah,
know why he's doing that, but I think he's just doing it to say he did it because he said he was gonna run. He can't come through and try to win in the end. If he's really on the ballot, he gonna get some votes though. I ain't even gonna hold you.
yeah. And it's like I just wish that if he would have planned this out sooner, you know what I'm saying, actually had a platform and had a detailed plan of what he's gonna do, I think he could have ran as an independent and got the black vote.
I don't know because baby boy, I don't know.
Uh,
His mind's not right. I don't think he would have passed the test.
yeah. I
His
mean,
mind's not all the way there. I like not saying that somebody who's bipolar can't be president, but I don't feel like he's under control. I think that he has moments when he's okay and moments when he think he's good and he doesn't take his medicine or something like that. Something's happening where he goes off the rail. We can't have somebody in office who is not always put together.
yeah, and you know what? And also maybe he might need to break the Kardashian curse because I've seen men get away from the Kardashians and they just flourish.
You can't tell me that what the heck was that movie?
Which
What the
movie?
heck? With Peel, Jordan Peele, the one with the teacup.
Get out. Yeah, get out.
Tell me that Chris Jenner don't have that cup.
She probably do. At this point, I could probably believe it. She probably got that damn cup. Good reference because that movie was something else.
Yes, it really was. I'm like not being funny. I was just saying to somebody earlier, like Jordan Peele got like one more movie before they come get him. Cause I feel like he talking what's really happening. Like it's a lot of times we watch movies and it either foreshadows or it tells us the truth about something that really happened.
Yeah,
Like these directors and these screenwriters, y'all are not that creative to make it line up and then it actually happened. Get out of here. Some of this stuff is real. Not to be a conspiracy theorist, but
no, it's okay. It's okay. You know, I'd have to agree. You know what I'm saying? I definitely agree that some things are real, but like us, I can't imagine see a version of me like with scissors. I
yeah. So
can't.
let me tell you, I didn't watch Us. I could not watch it. Because to be honest, it felt real. And the reason why I'm gonna say that is because the US is absolutely cloning humans. They're absolutely cloning humans, is the truth. And you don't know if you. How you gonna know if you?
Hell no.
No, I don't think they're locking people up, but I think they're absolutely cloning humans though. You can't tell me they're not. Like they're probably building armies and all types of stuff.
They probably
I
are.
don't think that they're cloning us and switching the Dopplers or whatever they call them. But I do think they're cloning humans. Like,
Yeah.
for
But like
sure.
I said, Us was crap. Like I said, I wasn't even gonna go see it, but some people were they wanted me to hang out with them. They went to go see it, so I said, okay, fuck it, I'll go see it with y'all. That
No,
shit was crazy,
I
and
couldn't. The previews was enough for me. That was too real for me.
that was, and I'm like, are you serious? I was like, wow. And a lot of his joy, I will say, Jordan Peele movies, they will sit there and they'll just make you think. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else? Are we just all in a sunken place? You know what I'm saying?
Yes. No, for real though. Like not even being funny.
Yeah.
Like, but that the the whole thing was, I know that really what he was trying to say is that pretty much white people steal black people organs. That's why we go missing. That's really what he was trying to say. And that is a real thing, right?
Yeah, that's the real thing. I can
Yeah.
believe it.
But at the end of the day, I think what we had to take from it is don't be dumb, be woke. And I think that not like I think that was the original movie that kind of made people wake up like, wait, this is really happening though. Not in that way, but oh shoot, there is 10,000 black girls missing from Washington D.C. or from Maryland. It is like all of that stuff. It is little boys missing stuff like that. Like that stuff's crazy to me.
Yes, it is crazy, and it's also crazy about how black people are just treated worldwide. How you got shit going on in Nigeria. It's like that's crazy as well. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
this is it's one crazy world we live in.
I don't understand how is it that like it's only the minority or the colored people that are being targeted. That is what's really blowing my mind.
I think it's maybe because that people see our greatness and they just want to attack us. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, because they're afraid of it.
Which is they're afraid of us. That's what comes down to. I remember had a college professor a long time ago. He said straight up, they're afraid of us. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna come out and admit it, but they're afraid of how great we could be if we're all united, if we're all on the same page. You know what I'm saying? That's why the
First of
bombs
all,
happening back in the day. That's why those black communities got bombed on so much, and
yeah,
that's why our government, because the black dollar was becoming so powerful. So that's kind of they're afraid of us. You know, that's
yeah,
why we get the much crap.
that's what I was about to say. I'm about to say we're 400 years behind, but still keeping up. So imagine, like that's the thing I'm saying. Like it is. We do have different levels of power, but I mean, as far as the people who aren't stuck, like who like we've awakened and like okay, I gotta get this, I gotta get that. We moving. Like we still have some people who are just stuck. Like all right, I'm gonna get this Section 8 and I'm gonna just pass it down to my daughter. Like
Yeah.
we still have people who are like that. But like if we all would just wake up, we'll be right back. Like
Yeah, we
really,
all gotta wake up and we gotta change our mindset, you know what I'm saying? And if like I said, if one of us gets on, we gotta come back and like help our people out, you know what I'm saying? Because I
yeah,
like seeing stories where I hear some athletes, I hear some entertainers, they come back and they helping their less fortunate people
mhm,
and helping them start businesses and stuff. But
yeah.
nobody don't want to talk like that. They just want the handout. They just want you to give them the money. No, if you want this money, you gotta earn it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Gotta stop being crabs in the barrel. People are so afraid to help somebody else out. And just because I help you or you help me, that's not gonna take nothing from you. It's not gonna take nothing from you. Like that's the thing. I will always help. I just feel like you have to. Like it doesn't make any sense not to.
Yes, I definitely agree. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, once I make it to where I'm gonna get, I'm coming back and I'm gonna bring some people with me. Some people that will grew up with me in the Tampa area,
Right.
or some people that went to college with me, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm gonna bring some people with me. And also people that do podcasts with me. I'm gonna look out for them, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We all
And
gotta come back and help each other out, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell them, y'all need to go be pulling somebody else up all together, you know what I'm
right.
saying?
Pay it
Because
forward. Pay it
yeah,
forward.
if we just pay it forward and stop being selfish,
Mhm.
and we would be unstoppable. And it's
I agree.
I hope we get to that point in 2021 that we just become unstoppable and just become a force, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
we've shown that no matter what, that we're resilient. You know what I'm saying? We're still standing in the eye of oppression, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We
Right.
still fighting for justice for our black lives that just died, you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? We still
Which
have
is
to fight.
crazy that we're still doing that, but
Yes, it's crazy and it don't make sense. I'm like, are you serious? This is what y'all really think of black people, huh?
yeah, I never thought that I would have to that my sons would live through like another. I don't it's like I just didn't think my kids would have to live through this again, or me. I thought that that was like something that was like in the past and like we're moving forward, but it's just crazy that it seemed like Trump turned it up.
That's exactly what happened.
Like,
Trump turned it up, and now I look back at it, maybe him getting elected was a good thing because it took the masks off. Because now you got people just out here blatant with it, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even
yeah,
trying to hide it no more.
now we know who they are.
Now we know who you are, so now let's take our money away from your businesses.
That's true. That's so true.
Let's hit you where you're hurting at, you know. So let's take the money and let's start our own stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Trump is like a fucking liar. Like he wants to say, "Oh, there's nobody more racist, not racist than me." I'm like, man, please.
Exactly. How are you not? How? Tell me. Like I need proof. You can't even. He didn't even sound right saying it. He didn't.
He did. I'm like, this is the same Trump that told NFL owners. He says we need to kick those sons of bitches out for
Okay.
kneeling for the anthem.
He the same person that wouldn't denounce white supremacy, and he told Proud Boys stand by. Like what?
You
We
said,
know who they are.
yeah, you said this on national TV.
Yes.
It is
Proud Boys stand by, not stand down. Stand by.
stand by.
Wait till I call you. Like that's what that sound like to me. When you hear the call, who called you? Like what?
He don't be thinking before he say, you know what I'm saying? And he stay on Twitter like he stay being Twitter famous. I'm like, you know,
Yes. He
if,
definitely has Twitter fingers.
sometimes I'm like, if you don't get your ass off Twitter and do something presidential,
Why is he still running his own account? Like that's weird.
but yet when somebody speaks about him or someone speaks against him, Twitter hitting you with the we suspended your account. What the fuck?
Yeah. Right.
That that just don't make any sense to me.
Mm-mm. I can't even get myself to even watch him speak. I get so annoyed, so I don't watch. I I normally just listen to like the recap and hear what people report on because I feel like listening to him will make me dumber, and I'm okay
Yeah,
with.
it
I
does.
don't like that.
It does, especially when he was telling people to drink bleach to cure coronavirus.
Okay.
And then there was some. What got me was there was some actually dumbasses that actually went out there and did it.
Oh, for sure. Oh, we know.
I'm like, y'all deserve to die. Y'all listen to this dumb shit. Y'all deserve whatever happens to you. You deserve it because you cannot listen to this dumbass. You know.
For real. Like that is the and he oh my lord. Like he really went back and checked. He was like, oh, because you have to because you can probably just drink bleach, right? Like
Just
inject
like
yourself with bleach, right? He
like
ain't even diluted.
no diluted. Drink the damn bleach. Do you not think before you speak, dog? Shit.
Yeah, a mess. A complete mess.
Now, tell me, ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. If you don't know by now, I hope y'all has had some drinks and enjoying this talk. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
feel
it's
like I should have one.
never too much. Yes. And shout out to the colleges where advertising. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got to rock the FAMU.
I was gonna ask you, do you have on your college shirt? I think that's funny that you have yours on.
Yes.
Oh, I went to Montclair State University.
Okay. Yes, I had to have mine on because there's supposed to be homecoming this month, but homecoming got canceled because of coronavirus. I was
Mhm.
supposed to return to Tallahassee for homecoming this year, but that didn't happen because of the coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? So,
I
unfortunately,
never go to homecoming.
huh?
I never go to homecoming.
Oh, really?
I feel like that's for like HB, whatever that word.
HBCUs.
Yeah.
I never know. You might have to find you a friend or two who went to a HBCU, have them go roll with
Oh,
you.
that's true. I do have some of those.
Yeah, you might have to tell some of your homegirls that went to HBCUs, hey, let me come to homecoming with y'all.
That's true.
You will see it all. You will see everything. It is lit.
I probably should experience one of those. The closest HBCU to me is Howard.
Okay, Howard. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should definitely experience that and take your kids up there to experience it, because after they experience it, they're gonna want to go to a black college. So tell me this: what can people look forward to when you restart your podcast?
um, Video. That's what y'all can look forward to. Seeing me while I do the podcast and any of my guests. I will be starting back up my YouTube page because that was actually on a hiatus as well. So on my YouTube page, I normally do like cooking stuff, cooking with Quinny, and different like weird things that I be doing, like making drinks and stuff like that. I will be my kids are starting YouTube pages, so you'll probably see me on there here and there for them too. And
She got the kids starting up YouTube pages. Wow. So,
yeah. So my oldest is 15 and he's into football. So he's gonna do something with that. And he'll actually be starting a business soon too. And my youngest is 10 and he wants to cook things that kids his age can cook. So I think that's cool. I guess because he watched me do the cooking with Quinny and I cook like big stuff. So I guess he's like, I just want to teach kids how to make grilled cheese and how to make bacon, how to make pancakes. I'm like, you know what? That's actually a good idea. Let's do that.
start them young. Start them young. Hey,
Yeah.
what's up? Start them young. So, what are the big things your specialty is of cooking?
Um. Okay, so on my show, I try to cook things that are weird, actually. So like, I be cooking like alligator, like big pieces of lobster and stuff like that, like huge ones. So I try to cook like weird stuff, like frog legs and stuff like that. But when I cook for my family, like on a regular basis, I think they like it best when I cook Italian food, I think.
Mm. Wow, you talking about cooking frog legs and cooking alligator? I would think you from the South and not New Jersey.
Well, I mean, we all from the South somewhere.
Yeah,
But no, well, my family originally in North Carolina, but so maybe that's why I hear people talking about stuff like that. But um, I never like people still live there, but I don't really go there to visit because most of my immediate family is up here in New Jersey. But yeah, I guess the cooking bug probably just came from Southern, I guess, hereditary, right?
I see
I
that.
just like to cook weird things and different things. That's all. Like that's
That's
just my thing.
See, that is what's up. You know what I'm saying? And hell, you could probably open up a Southern cuisine restaurant in New York and make a killing, because there are
Probably,
so many people I know that grew up in the South, that all up in New York and stuff, and we
yeah,
all
I can find that Southern food. Yeah.
yeah, they be having that itch for Southern food. It's like I told myself that too, because I'm thinking about leaving the South myself, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna miss that Southern hospitality, but hey, sometimes you gotta
You
leave.
want to come here?
I'm thinking about going to like Texas or
Okay, okay. I'm about to say, don't come here.
somewhere warm, somewhere warm.
Yes. Yeah, no, don't come here. Don't come to the snow.
I ain't trying to. I'm a Florida boy. I ain't trying to deal with all that
Yeah,
snow.
don't do that. I'm trying to get away from it. I can't wait to see how many more years I got. Look, how many more years I got? So I can leave these kids.
Oh, I got you. Wait for the kids to grow up and then leave.
Yes. Let them find their little schools they're going to, and then I'm out.
That's what's up. I don't blame you. So, what can people get from watching you, whether it's your YouTube channel or your podcast? What can people get from you when they take the time to watch it?
I would say you will get a good laugh, a good time, and you'll always learn something.
That's what's up. Now, why do people need to go ahead and subscribe and support your shows?
Why they should?
Yeah.
Just because I'll probably be the realest nigga y'all ever know. That's why. No. I'm just big on people being able to be themselves and not be ashamed to be that. Have your own original thoughts and not be afraid to share them. Be able to be expressive and creative in the way that makes you feel like your best and your greatest self, which is in perfect alignment with your highest and your greatest good. Be that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I want to tell you, thank you, Queenie, for coming on Look at Talk. You know what I'm saying? Making the time to have around with me. I do appreciate it. Whenever you're ready for me to come on your show, just let me know.
For sure.
You already, like I tell everybody, I might be in Florida, but I'm just a DM away. A DM on Twitter or Instagram or whatever social media you got me on. I'm just a DM away and we can set it up.
Yes, for sure. So for everybody listening, if you do know me, hey y'all, hey. And if you don't, you can follow me on all things social at Quinnie Too Much. That's QUINNIE TOOMUCH. And that is everywhere.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you already know. Instagram is Liquor Talk Podcast. Also, Instagram also is Real V Jones, and Twitter is Real V Jones. Now, my personal Instagram page, you're going to see the food places I be trying and stuff and all that stuff. And Twitter, excuse me, that's why I just keep it real now. I kick it. I just kick it. You know what I'm saying? So also where you can find a podcast, you can find a podcast wherever you get your podcast at. And also shout out to everybody watching this on YouTube as well. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we are out this thing. Thank y'all for tuning to Liquor Talk. This wraps up Oktoberfest. This has been one crazy October. Let's get ready for comeback season because we're going to come back strong. It's the fourth quarter. We come back strong November. All November and even going into birthday month, we're coming strong, y'all.
Right. Be loved, be liked, be blessed.
Yes, be blessed, y'all. We out this thing.